I dream of it, amongst the wild threads of history and the myriad of paths. My path saw the Imperium rise from the ashes left in the wake of the Great Revolt. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. With that commandment, new avenues of human potential were explored. Mentats, Suk Doctors, Sword Masters, and the mystical Bene Gesserit Sisterhood. But it was the Navigators and their monopoly on space travel that set the conditions for the Imperium. But I am telling you of the universe you already know. Let me describe the one you do not. In this other universe, my mother, Lady Jessica, consort to Duke Leto Atreides, gave birth to a daughter, a girl they named Ariste. Because of her obedience to the Bene Gesserit, Lady Jessica is trained as a truth-sayer. Because of that training, Lady Jessica was able to detect Dr. Yue's deception. Because of the forewarning of his betrayal, House Atreides survived the Battle of Arrakis. Because of their survival, the Emperor declared a full-scale war of assassins. Because of the war, the Sardaukar were deployed to ensure spice shipments continued without interruption. Because of the Sardaukar, the Fremen were eradicated. There was no Muad'Dib, no Lisan al-Gaib, no Kwisatz Haderach. I see a universe where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. All my visions lead to horror, except this one. This one leads to you.
Wow, that was quite an intro. So welcome. My name is Kongveal, and today I'm going to try to survive in Dune Awakening, which just was released. So as it's mentioned, Dune Awakening takes place in an alternate universe to what happened in the books and therefore in the movies. So the main character, Paul, in this doesn't exist. So it'll be really interesting to see how that plays out and what goes on in this version of Dune. So this will be basically my first look. I did look a little bit, a couple hours this morning, or this afternoon. Maybe not even a couple hours. I don't even remember how much I played, just to get into it, make sure it worked and I knew what I was doing. So I say let's go ahead and get into it. DDG, Drunken Dragons Gaming, was nice enough to allow me onto his private server, so I don't have to worry about griefers and trolls and all of that crap, which is nice. But the nice thing about this game, even though it's a MMO, there's only a couple of PvP areas, which is really nice. But before we do that, hi everyone, how are you all doing? Hope everyone is having a good day today. So far in chat we've got Sarah, not sure if others are around or not. If anyone else is around, watching and lurking, hi, or if you're watching later on the VOD, hello. There's Story. Hello, Story. But before we get into the game too far, I also want to give a shout out to DDG because he's awesome. Before we get into it too far, I have a couple of things I want to share with y'all. So this past weekend, I was in New York City, because my Dadville, was singing as part of a choir on Carnegie Hall, which For those of you that don't know, or those of you outside the US that may not know, Carnegie Hall is like the premier arts venue, music venue in the world. Well, maybe not in the world necessarily, but definitely in the US, and one at the top in the world for sure. It's where all the national symphonies and orchestras go to perform, and all the big name cellists and musicians and singers and all that go to perform. And they invited some smaller local regional choirs from around the US and around the world to go perform, and my dad's choir got to go. So I've got a couple of pictures to share with that. So here's the first one. So this is my dad. This is the view of Carnegie Hall from the stage. So this is what it looks like looking out. Very impressive. Very impressive. So let's see. So here's the entire choir, his entire choir, and multiple choirs. There's actually, I think, like 4 or 5 different local choirs in this group. And my dad is this one here, right below the hand, right there in the back. And here's a close-up of him on there. This is before they're starting. This is when they're just getting on stage and getting all set up. But yeah, it was incredible to watch. Incredible music, incredible performance by all the choirs involved. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. And got to see a couple of touristy things, of course, while I was up there for a couple of days. One of which was we went up, not all the way to the top, but we went up the Empire State Building. And while we were there, my sister-in-law saw a mug. Thanks, Story. I'll pass that on to him. Yeah, it was such a really awesome. It's like a once in a lifetime opportunity, especially for someone who's not necessarily a world famous musician to perform at Carnegie Hall. So it was really cool. I remember when my dad first told me about it, he's like, well, there's this possibility that I might do this. The choir's gonna do this. I might do it. We'll see. And I said 2 things: you're doing it, and I'll be there. And he actually told several people in his choir that story because he really liked it. So I'm like, how can you not perform at Carnegie Hall if you have the opportunity? You have to do it. And of course, I had to be there to watch him because, again, once in a life opportunity to see my dad perform at Carnegie Hall. So yeah, got to do that. Yeah, Story, you would have said, you're doing it? Yeah, of course. You gotta. Hey, Candace, how you doing? But yeah, we got to do some sightseeing as well, and we went up the Empire State Building, and when we're going up in like this display case, my sister-in-law saw a mug, and she's like, if the gift shop has that mug, I'm buying it for you. And they did. And here it is. It is a Kong-sized mug. So I have a me-sized mug. It is a bit bigger than your typical mug. Not exactly what I would expect for a Kong size. Well, when I saw it, I'm like, well, that's kind of a small mug for King Kong. And then I'm like, well, I don't know. It doesn't say it's a King Kong size mug. It's a Kong size mug. So it kind of works. But the back's kind of cool as well. Let's see. I probably won't be able to see it. I will post a picture in the Discord of what it says. It's kind of cool, but I'll read it. So the top line, all the way up here, at the top of it, says, unable to communicate in full sentences. And a little bit lower down, still waking up. about a little over halfway down, it says almost there. And then down here at the bottom, it says ready to climb the Empire State Building. Yeah, so that's my king-size mug. And I need a king-size platter to match it. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So tea tonight is mint chocolate, chocolate peppermint. Yeah. So yeah, so I have my king-size mug with me now, or my Kong-size mug with me now, which is perfect. All right. Classic coffee sentences on mugs. Yep, absolutely. All right, so let me go ahead and get into the server. Let's see. Somewhere down here. Now I have a mug and a defense weapon all in one. Yeah, it's a big mug. It's a big mug. I mean, it's not huge, but it is a large mug for sure. So I think it's here. Yep, DDG's Dune. I can join. I need to type in the password. All right.
Approach, prisoner.
Hey, Matt.
Show yourself, child.
All right. So, character design. But let's see. Canners, no one will ever be able to mug you. And Story said, I'll say it could help out if you're ever getting mugged. Y'all are great. Y'all are funny. Oh, I actually came up with a... I don't know if I'm the original person to come up with this, but I came up with a funny joke when I was talking to my niece over the trip. Don't remember how we started talking about cheese at some point. Because, of course, people start talking about cheese. But I... oh, no, we weren't. We were talking about something in pain. But I said, I asked, what is the most painful kind of cheese? Anyone know? Anyone know what the most painful kind of cheese is? Any ideas? Also, howdy, Matt. Thanks for the alert. I hope you're doing well. Candace has been thinking about Dune, just not a fan of it being always online all the time. You don't always have internet. Understandable. Understandable. Ooh, Sarah, that's a good guess. Not what I came up with, but that's a good guess. Any other ideas about the most painful type of cheese? Going once. Going twice. Ouchies. Ouchies. Yeah, you get it? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. It's bad, I know. My niece liked it, though. Yeah. Ouchies. All right. With that out of the way. What do I want my person to look like? Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of crazy looking. I don't know if I want that, though. What is ouchies? You've never heard of it? It's not exactly spelled like that, Canaris. We'll go with this guy. And adjust from there. he could be a tall guy. He'll be a little on the jack side, but not too much. Neck length is fine. Chest size, maybe a bit bigger. Skin tone. Sure, that'll be good. Hey, Phil, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're recovering from your encounter with a trash lid. Oh, it was hail. I was wondering what Hugo was. That's how it's spelled, Canaris. There you go. Except we'll have him be young. Lips doing good, still sore. Understandable. Understandable. I'm glad it's doing alright. Let's see. What's a good face for this guy? That one works. That eye color will work as well. There we go. Actually, I think all that looks pretty good. Alright. That tells you nothing about the food? Well, I mean, that's the kind of cheese I was talking about there, Canaris. Sorry. Alright, hairstyles. Let's see. Oh, that's quite a hairdo. Oh man, yeah, I don't know if I like that. Let's see. Well, if we're playing with your food. Wait, huh. Well, for playing with my food, feels I hope you get murdered by a monster. I mean, I get what you're saying, some of it. Oh, playing with your food feels. Okay, I got it. I got you now. I got you. Your food feels. Oh, look at that foppish hairdo. Oh, man. I'm not going with that, but God, that hairdo is... I mean... No, you grammared correctly. I didn't get it, is all. It was hard to read it. I don't want to be that much of a fop. Now, if I'm going full foppish, I'm gonna go with this. But do I go with a balding guy like me? I might just go with the slicked back hair like this. I think I might do that. And no to the ponytail. Yeah, I agree. What I'm looking for with this hairstyle in particular is, you know, I want something that kind of fits with someone being out in the desert and wearing a still suit all the time. You're not going to have long, flowing, majestic looking hair when it's packed away in a still suit the whole time. So something a little bit more practical is what I'm looking what I was looking for. Yeah, we'll go with that blonde hair color. That's too close to the eyes. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna start this game tonight, but PAX Day has a big update coming out tomorrow. Ooh, okay, nice. We'll go with those. Let's see, what beard styles do they have? I kind of like this beard style, honestly. Oh, I'll go with a good mutton chop. Ooh. Again, maybe not for this guy, for what I'm trying to go with. I think I'm just going to go with this. It's, no. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with this hairstyle. That'll be good. Yeah, and beard color can match hair color. Alright, tattoos. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, no. Start a modded Valheim. Ooh, nice. What kind of mods do you have? I think I'm gonna go with this one here. I like that. Body tattoo style. Let's toggle the attire. Simple. That's kind of cool looking. I like that. Though that kind of matches a little bit more with the face tattoo. And I think I'll go with that one. Tattoo age. Basically how dark it is. We'll darken it up a little bit, makes so we can see it a bit better. Alright. Face scar. Can't really see a whole lot with the beard. So I think we'll just go with... I'll do that, but let's see. Scar depth. I guess you can see it a little bit better now. We'll go with this. Lies of P DLC is out. You've mostly been lost in that. So good. Nice. Phil's doing quality of life, armory, warfare, wizardry, sea animals. Oh wow, you're going full on, all out. Nice. All right, so I think this is gonna be my character name. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this character, you'll find out more about it later, but I'm basically going to try to design this guy to be what I would picture Paul Atreides being from the way it's in the book. So one thing I remember or realized when I started rereading the book is, in addition to Paul Atreides getting the Bene Gesserit training from his mom, he was also being trained as a Mentat. And I'm sorry for those of you who don't know Dune and do not know who the Bene Gesserit or Mentats are. Some of that I think will come out in here. But, yeah. So I think I'm going to basically try to be Paul Atreides. You know, be Bene Gesserit trained, Mentat trained, and a sword fighter. So there are 5 different classes you can be. You can actually get all of them throughout the game, which is cool. You get access to all of their skill trees. So there's the Bene Gesserit, the Mentat, Planetologist, Sword Fighter, and Trooper. And I'll get all of them, but I'll likely focus on Bene Gesserit, Mentat, and Sword Fighter, since that's what Paul was more in the book. So, because of that, I am going to try to come up with a name that's like it would be a good Atreides name. And I'm actually going to be using fantasynamegenerators.com because they've got a Dune name generator. So let's see if there's any good ones I can bring from here. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad. We'll do that. Nebol. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Alright, so let's enter the game. No, I do not want to skip the opening tutorial. Yes, we will have everything locked. We'll have to unlock it. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. End of the game.
Have they told you what I am?
So what she is she is the Reverend Mother. She is the head of the Bene Gesserit Order. The Bene Gesserit Order is a religious / political entity that is super powerful. And she, as the Reverend Mother, is the Emperor's truth-sayer and can basically tell when you're lying. She can tell when someone's telling the truth and the lying. She's grandma. Yeah, kinda. So, yes.
Then I will sift your words for lies. Let's begin. Where were you born?
Alright, so there's several different planets I can be from. So Gidi Prime is where the House Harkonnen is from. And the Harkonnens in the book are the bad guys. And you get several traits. You get a dialogue trait and a unique emote. Chusuk. Don't know about this planet from the world. But it's a rich and verdant agro world of rolling hills and rivers, river-fed valleys. The music planet is the center of culture and civility in the Imperium. Oh, so from Gidi Prime you get Deception, Dialogue, and the Harkonnen Curse emote. You totally didn't read the first one as Jedi Prime? No, it's not Jedi Prime, it's Gidi Prime. And this one, the dialogue is Cultured. And you get Chusuk music emote. Kaladin is the home of House Atreides, the temperate but storm-wrecked world, oceanic world. The ancestral home of House Atreides is known for its relaxed agrarian lifestyle and famous vineyards. The dialogue talk is honorable, and the Atreides salute. Hey, Mayor, how you doing? Or it could be from Kaitan. This is the Emperor's home world. A green and pleasant world with a satellite-controlled weather. The fates of many are decided within the ornate halls of the Imperial planet. Political dialogue trait and the Kaitan Bow. Or I could be from Ix, a forbidding ice world of mountain, tundra, and forest. The Ixians conceal their vast technological empire within sprawling underground cities. Dialogue is technologist, An Ixen's secret. But again, since I'm being Paul Atreides, let's go with Caladan, the home of the Atreides.
A world of water, home world of the Atreides. The Order of the Imperium is rooted in the Farfreluches. A place for every man, and every man in his place. Where is your place?
Alright, so I can be bondsman, the educated caste that served the great houses and administers imperial bureaucracy. Bondsmen are known casually as the citizen class. Or Na Familia, the caste reserved for essential members of a noble household or retinue. Na Familia are afforded certain privileges and protections by their status. Or a peon, the vast peasant labor force that drives the imperial engine. Peons are bound to the fief in which they live and are considered the property of their lord. Again, since I'm going with Paul Atreides, who is the son of Duke Leto Atreides, we'll go with noble.
Did you give bad advice? Or make a bad deal? To be close to power is to walk the knife's edge. You had a mentor in your youth, trained by one of the schools. Who was your mentor?
Alright, so this is where I choose the first of the 5 classes that I can get into. Again, there's the Sword Master. Good with sword fighting. Close counter, combat, that sort of thing. The Bene Gesserit. Adepts of the Sisterhood are prized by the nobility and feared by the rest of the Imperium. So go to physical mastery and manipulation, controlling people with their voice and controlling their body. This is what I'm going to start with, but we'll look at the others. I'm also going to go with deep into the Mentat. This is like, the Mentats are like human computers. Like human supercomputers, honestly. And then Troopers is like the house guard. They're just trained in just pure, unadulterated firepower and combat. And later in the game, we'll be able to get Planetologist, which is like a planet-wide ecologist type person. But we will start with the Bene Gesserit Acolyte.
Yes, I have heard of our sisters giving training outside of the chapter house. It is frowned upon. The test is almost complete. Have you spoken truth?
So I can go back and change anything I want, or I've spoken the truth.
Come here. Kneel. Put your hand in the box.
The box of pain.
I hold at your neck the Gom Jabbar, the high-handed enemy. Don't pull away or you will die. Great plots are afoot in the Imperium, and the currents of intrigue run deeply. Arrakis is the key, and the Fremen are missing. You will go to Arrakis as our agent, prisoner. You have one task. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. Everything depends on this. Do you understand?
Canaris, isn't the Bene Gesserit supposed to be an all-female class? Yes, except Paul was trained in the Bene Gesserit ways, and he is not the only one. There were others that were trained in the Bene Gesserit ways. There were others that tried to become the Kwisatz Haderach, the chosen one, the Messiah, and failed. So he was not the first or the only male trained in Bene Gesserit ways. So there is a very small precedence for it, but again, very, very small. But yes, you're right. Bene Gesserits are the Bene Gesserit order itself is exclusively female, but there were a few males that were trained in the ways, most notably Paul Atreides. And it doesn't explain that box at all.
Good. You speak truth. But here is the rest of it. There is only one rule. Keep your hand in the box and live. Withdraw it and die. An animal would gnaw off its own hand to escape the pain.
Pain from the box.
And we can only be served by humans. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. You will know when it is done.
Yeah, so you stick your hand in the pain and you get like artificial nerve induction to cause massive amounts of pain in your hand. And the idea is an animal would try to retreat, get away from the pain. You know, do anything it can to get away to stop the pain from happening. But a human would deal with the pain and find another way out that might be more beneficial in the long run. So like if a human was caught in a bear trap, you know, it wouldn't hack off its leg to get away. It would wait till the hunter came and kill the hunter and eliminate the threat altogether, because that's what's better in the long run. But that's the whole idea of the difference between human and animal, and what the box is all about. It didn't really explain that too well in this, unfortunately. It talked about half of it, but it didn't go the whole way. My ship got shot down. Also, there's a kitty. There's a feral kitty. He's a good boy. You think the devs expect to be targeting mostly Dune fans? That is true. That's true.
You're wrong. It's just an off-world. No, not the Al-Shaheed Ahadi. No, Arista said it was just a dream. I agree, but she is almost Sayadina.
I think he's talking to the bat that's flying around. Yeah, my kitties were super happy when I got home from New York this morning. Yeah, I didn't get home from New York, from the airport, until like 1 a.m. this morning, which is part of the reason why I'm streaming early today. There are two reasons. One, I wanted to give myself plenty of extra time so I could play, a lot, try to get, 3.5 to 4 hours in if I'm feeling up to it. But also, I'm tired and I might want to crash early. So I wanted to be able to get a couple hours in case I cut the stream a little early. So that's why early stream today. There are a lot of dead, desiccated bodies in here. Yeah. And some of them are just like sitting up. I say died sitting up and didn't fall over. Man, that's a rough way to go. That's cool. Didn't see that before. Oh, there's the bat. Alright. Now I can move a little bit better. Alright. There's a frame kit. With some stuff and things in it. Alright. B to craft. And at this point, the only thing I can craft is a short blade. Let's go ahead and craft a short blade. And inventory, it's already equipped. There we go. Equip the knife and got the moisture seal. And I can drink water from these plants, but only up to 1/3 of my hydration, which is down at the very bottom. I have to keep that up or, I will die. Let the stealing, borrowing begin. It is a survival game. They're all about stealing, borrowing. Okay. So I need to get some of these. Nothing else over here. Let's build some bandages, and use some bandages because I'm very wounded. And I'll use one more, that should be good. Alright. Oh. I can control to drop, alright. Are these the same people who made Conan Exiles? I believe so. I believe so. Alright. So the water I get from dew from the plants can only get my health up to 1/3 of my health bar. You can see the Conan climb anywhere. Fair. Alright. I want a pet bat.
So then,
Bats are cool.
you're not quite dead. Now you will know a thing that few but the Fremen have seen. For many, the last thing they saw before they were slaughtered.
This doesn't look good. This really doesn't look. Oh yeah, this isn't good. Yeah.
Come, let us speak of our escape. Twin comets in the sky, a rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. Your survival heralds interesting times, Offworlder.
Okay, but who the heck are you?
Is this what you wish? To waste time in idle chatter? Your first lesson on Arrakis, then. Every exhalation is a waste of water.
Name yourself and we can move on.
I am Xantara. My companion is Noctua. Now,
Noctua.
shall we discuss our escape?
In a minute. What is this place?
The Fremen name for it translates as the Valley of Echoes. A sacred place to the Fremen. A place of death and prophecy.
Is this why you saved me?
It is the miracle and inimitability of prophecy. I will speak on this no further.
By the way, how is the game sound so far? I did bump the volume up a little bit, mainly for the intro scene, but let me know if the game sounds are too loud or too quiet, or if they're good, and I can adjust. How did I come to crash?
A portable rocket, I surmise, based on the damage.
Sounds fine to you? Alright. Why attack a prison ship?
No doubt the work of some desperate and dangerous outlaw. One with a burning hatred for the Emperor and all he represents.
Maybe you?
But there are so many fitting that description. There's a way through the barricade, if you do as I say.
Why should I trust you?
Because I dragged your corpse from the wreckage and sealed you in that cave while you recovered. Because you owe me your life, Offworlder.
Fair enough. And I'll use my honorable dialogue. I will repay my debt to you. I swear it.
Then I will hold you to your honor, Offworlder. Now listen, we need to capture one of their ornithopters. Their protocol is to remain aloft and kill anything that moves from above.
How do we get one down?
That's where you come in. If you can slip back onto the Proteus and locate the command module, you can activate the captain's personal emergency transmitter. He's a noble. They're not allowed to let him die. Leave the rest to me.
What about the other prisoners?
You must kill them. In other circumstances, their water would be a valuable resource. But with the Sardaukar here, we do not have time to claim them.
Kill them all?
Only those that get in your way. Think of it as a kindness. They will not survive Arrakis for long.
This is a dumb question, but I'll ask it anyway. Aren't the Sardaukar here to protect us? So, for those of you that don't know, the Sardaukar are the Emperor's, like, personal troops. They are, like, the most deadly, most effective troops in the history of humankind. Absolute pure brutality and efficiency.
His Majesty's Imperial Sardaukar care for naught but the Emperor's interests, and certainly not an errant prison crew bound for the slave pits of Neo Carthag. We are as vermin to them, Offworlder.
Alright, enter the ship, find the captain, activate the transmitter. Anything else?
Yeah. Take this Communinet transceiver. It's essential for planetary communication. Now go, and be quick. The Mother Storm is upon us.
Goodbye. I hope I don't die.
Stick to the shadows, Offworlder. The heat of the sun is deadly to the unprepared.
Yeah, so you'll see above me in the middle of the screen, there in the smoke, the meter going up. I need to not let that go all the way up, or else it will cause bad things to happen. So that's nothing there.
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And Offworlder, be careful.
Alright, I need to adjust a little bit. There we go. That'll be good for now. Alright.
The cut array is primarily a mining tool, Offworlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
Oh. Game crashed. Oh, that's fun. Let's get back into it. Yeah, that didn't happen when I played before. Canners, yes, they made Conan Exiles, Aloft, and various other games based on this list here. See, they imported the crashes from Conan 2. I guess I didn't get a crash when I played earlier today, but Oh well. It happens. It's still early into the game. Hopefully they'll get these bugs fixed soon.
I dream.
Alright. Yeah. Mm. Kitty. Kitty belly. Kitty belly. Oh, we're back. There we go. Thank you, kitty belly. Oh, good boy. Alright, so I gotta rechange that.
The cutter is primarily a mining tool, off-worlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
Alright.
The captain's room is blocked by a pentashield. You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's
right
another way forward.
There. Let's see. Cut the door. The hinges. That makes sense.
Ready your weapon, off-worlder. The guards won't hesitate. Neither should you.
Alright, light attack. There we go. That person's done. Alright. I gotta try a
Your
parry.
opponents just as their strikes will hit you. This should stagger them, giving you a window of opportunity.
Come on. Parrying is not the easiest in this game. Come on.
Eyes on hostile.
There we go. Alright. Let's drink some water. Yeah, I know about water discipline. Gotta be careful with the water. I mean, you're in a desert. Makes sense. Okay.
Shields on.
Shields. Okay.
A swift attack can force your enemy off balance, but only a slow blade penetrates a shield.
Come out of the fire. Come out of the fire.
Shields up.
Come here.
Target found.
And there we go. So I know I normally don't do games where I'm fighting and killing people on this channel because
That's the pentashield key.
I don't like doing that.
Once you equip it, you can pass
But
through the shield. Get to the captain and
we'll do it
activate
for
the
now.
transmitter.
We'll see.
I'll be there soon.
All right. Here come the ornithopters. Survival of the fittest, as they say. Yeah. Yeah, kinda.
We
Though-
only need the leader.
Fittest doesn't really mean fittest in that way. Fittest means the one that's able to reproduce the most. So not exactly what's going on in this game. Oh, that looks like a scary guy.
I hear I'm a wanted man.
Oi,
You,
woodland scum.
outlaw scum.
He fits your
I watched your men take the last tortured breath as they hung on the wall of Arsund. They died badly.
I know. That's why I brought you here.
How do you know, Canners? Alright, I know enough about the game to know that. Oh. He got sliced. That's not good. Oh, but he won. Okay. Got him. Watch the blood. Unrealistic refund. Well, I mean,
Thopter will have the codes to get us through the barrier.
not everyone
Fine,
reproduces.
Thopter. It's simple enough. But my leg is bad and I won't be able to work the pedals.
Flying in a giant
Get ready. They'll be on us
dragonfly.
as soon as we break through.
Uh-oh, they're coming for us. Run! Run! Oh, good. There's a storm.
There's too many. Turn us into the storm. They won't follow.
Yeah, because they want to live. I wouldn't want to fly into big Arrakis sandstorm either. Alright, we are crashed. I crash landed twice already in the first, what, 10 minutes of the game? How did I just get the achievement? I've already done
I
this.
couldn't wait for you. But now you need to run. The sandworm is coming.
Run.
Now!
How many times did we count the crash? Well, I didn't complete the... I only completed the tutorial twice. Which once included a crash.
You made it, Off-worlder. Catch your breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay
Can't.
low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Off-worlder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky so I can continue to offer my sage advice and keep you on this side of the grave. Figure out how to craft yourself some clothing. That Mauler outfit won't cut it out here.
Hey, Chisel Chip, how you doing? Nice to see you. I need to research clothes. I'm enjoying it so far. I played a little bit this afternoon just to make sure it worked, got the hang of the game and all that good stuff. But yeah, this is basically my first playthrough, really. But so far I'm enjoying it. But how you doing, Chiselchip? How'd your stream go earlier? You were showing community builds, I believe, which is cool. Cool that you gave people the opportunity to do that.
Has left debris scattered all over this sector. Salvage metal from the wreckage with your cutlery and use it to make a Mauler pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands, and that is to your advantage.
Alright. Stream went great. Awesome to see the inspiration. You're holding off on Dune for now, but excited to tune in here and see how it goes. Well, you're welcome to join in anytime. Or watch anytime. Alright, so I am looking for something in particular. I don't remember how to get there. I think I need to like go up this direction. I just need to get a bunch of things. Pick up all the things off the ground. You know, typical survival game style. There are no mushies or berries, unfortunately, that I know of at least. Let's see, where am I trying to go? Alright, let's go ahead and research this. Get myself a gun. Craft one of those and craft... I don't know how many I crafted in each. Looks like 30. Okay. So that's exactly what I needed. As the gameplay is smooth so far, being an MMO and servers on the first day of launch. So when I played earlier on a regular open server, everything seemed fine. Currently I'm on a private server that Drunken Dragon Gaming has set up, so it'll be a bit smoother. That's where I'm trying to go. Actually, you know what? We're actually close to... I think we're close to where I want to pick up something. But yeah, no, I mean, earlier it seemed fine. I didn't have any issues at all. Inventory, that's what I'm looking for. Go. Alright. Actually, am I close to where I wanted to be? I don't think I am. Okay. Let's head up to that tower there. I can pick up the quest to get my second class of the 5 classes there. And then I'll pick up my third shortly after that. Neither of which I'm going to really do anything with at this point. As I said, I'm gonna mostly stick with the... Okay, that wasn't as far as I thought it was. Mostly gonna stick with the... Oh, crap. Bene Gesserit, Mentat, Sword Fighter classes to start with. But I'll pick up the Trooper and Planetologist classes here pretty quick. I just want to run along the rocks, stay out of the open sand as much as possible, because that's where the sandworms live that will eat me. And if I die in the game, it's not too bad. I don't lose any skill points or anything, and all my equipped stuff stays with me, and I just drop my unequipped stuff that I can pick up later. However, if you get eaten by a worm, you lose everything. Not all of your stats, but you lose all of your equipment, including all of the equipped equipment. Don't want to make friends with the worm? No. No, there's no making friends with the worm. Just worm eats you. I do not want to become worm dinner. I'm hoping at some point we're going to be able to ride the worms. Because you could do that in the game. Or in the book, you could do that. And I don't know if that's in the game or not. Yeah, I don't know, Canners. I hope so. I hope so. I want to ride a worm. That'll be really cool. Alright, there's the information about the sandworm threat. We'll deal with that when sandworms become a threat. Alright, I just need to get up to see where I need to go to get to the building that I want to get to. Alright. Is it really all the way over here? I didn't think it was this far away. Was that the building that I wanted to get to? I think that was the building I wanted to get to. Crap. I don't think I'm going in the right direction. Hey Kyle, how you doing? Shoot. Yeah, I don't think I'm going the right direction. Ouchies. That hurt. Luckily, I can make some more of these. Bandages. Go. We're getting down relatively safely now. Relatively. Oh, I miss you want to make a quote of me saying, I'd like to ride a worm. Is that what you wanted to do a quote of? No, sir. I have not had a chance to go back and watch all the deaths, unfortunately. Where the heck am I trying to get to? No, it is that building. That's the building I'm trying to get to. Seems a lot further away in this playthrough than it did in the one this afternoon. Erica would have done it, that's for sure. Yeah, I think the command is !add quote space, then type the quote. I believe. But I also believe, I think it has to be a mod to do it. If I remember correctly. But I'm not positive about that. I think that's it. It may not be that, but I thought that's what it was. Alright. Worm is listening to us. Should be able to get across before the worm comes, though. Yeah. No problem. No worm today. Quote ad, that might be it, yeah. Oh, there are people there. That might be it. Yeah, Sarah, try what Canris just typed. See if that does it. Alright, we're getting there. Oh, there's people there.
I see someone. Empty.
I used the voice on him. Ha 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 ha. That was cool. Heck yeah. Don't seem to have worked. I don't know. Don't know. I can't remember. Erica would know. But Erica is not here, unfortunately. The bot's broken. It's only scared of Erica. Yeah, that must be it. Alright, I'm in the sun. Gotta be careful of the sun. Sun is scary for redheads like me. All right. Getting here took a lot longer than it took me this afternoon. My water dropped a lot more on this trip than it did before. But that's all right. I was trying to steal that bot, or that bike. That's the word I was looking for. Hey, Lady Axington. All right, let's talk to this guy. This guy will give me the quest to get the trooper class.
Look at the way you stand. No discipline, no confidence. I've killed 1,000 like you on the battlefield.
I like my mug. Let's see. Honorable, I salute you, sir. You may test that assumption at your convenience. I like it.
My little old world honor and chivalry. I respect that. It might not make the difference of you surviving a war-torn battlefield, but I respect that. But don't despair. Salvation is at hand. I can show you how to fight. I can teach you how to kill. And it will only cost you a little pain.
A little pain never hurt anyone. Or something. Tell me about yourself.
I am Gavori, veteran trooper, freelance adventurer, and slayer of cheap vintages everywhere. And I'll train you to be just like me, for the right price. Which just happens to be whatever's in your pocket right now.
Do you serve the Atreides or the Harkonnen?
As I said before, I'm currently freelance. Great house feuds don't interest me. I get paid to fight, and not to die.
And what are you doing here?
These days I tend to shy away from conflict of an intergalactic nature. But if you need to stab or shoot someone in the near vicinity, I'm your man.
If you need to snuggle a little bit. But just a little bit. What can you tell me about the area?
Not much to tell. This here's scavenger country. The lowest of the low. Honestly, I think there are some city mola that live better.
What do the scavengers do? That is a dumb freaking question.
I don't know. Scavenge?
Of course.
Word?
Scavenger scavenge.
From the Kirab.
Scavenge. Who are the Kirab?
Bandit scum. Thieves who prey on their own kind. I suppose it's easier to rob and kill your fellow scrap digger than put in a hard day's work.
He's licking my arm. Where are the Kirab?
Just up country from here. The Vermilius Gap is Kirab territory. You'll know you've gone too far when the sand turns blood red.
Apparently I need a bath. Aphid thinks so, at least. I want to learn from you.
Then listen closely. During the Battle of Arrakis, I was drugged and kept out of it by a group of conspirators.
Silly kitty.
For the sake of my honor, I have spent the last 8 years tracking down and destroying them, one by one.
Sweet boy.
Who knows how the Battle of Arrakis would have turned out if I hadn't been kept away. And now, I have reason to believe the conspirators are nearby. Track them down, kill them. My thirst for vengeance has been slaked by 1,000 flasks of cheap beer, but it is still my price for training.
Alright,
Do this for me.
let's do it.
And I'll set your feet on the path of the trooper.
Okay. So I accepted that. Let's close that. Actually, I think it's this. Yeah, so I've got a couple of skill points I can use. So the first skill I have that I start with is Compel. I use the voice to target my position from afar. Someone basically is forced to come over to me. So the only other one I can get at this point is the Bindu Sprint. I override my nervous system and musculature with an immense surge of activity, allowing me to run forward at an incredible speed. Alright. Let's learn it. There we go. Now I can upgrade this more when I get to the advanced Bene Gesserit trainer. But I can get blade damage. I know exactly where to strike with the blade to cause additional damage. Get 3% additional blade damage. Or I could get voice training, passive ability. My rigorous training of the voice allows me to reduce the time between usage. That's nice. Or I could get recovery, able to heal my body more effectively after suffering catastrophic injury, regenerating my health to a higher threshold than normal. I'm torn between the blade damage and the recovery. Let's go with the recovery. Having some additional health at different points will be nice. I need to research this for the quest. And I need to make myself a respawn beacon. And then I'll need to place a respawn beacon. But I'll do that eventually. So where I need to go next is basically to the east. Need to go that way. So what's the easiest way to get down there? That is the question. Well, I mean, obviously the easiest way to get down there is just to jump off the wall, but I guess the easiest way to get down there without dying is what I really want. Let's just pick up all this stuff along the way. Alright. We gotta brave the sands of Arrakis once more. Just pick up all of these fuel cells and salvage here. Let's check out this new ability. Ooh. That's cool. I like that ability. That's a neat ability. Yeah, I got the zoomies for sure. Absolutely, Sarah. Vroom! Oh. I've roomed into a wall. That's cool. Splat. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Alright, where am I trying to get? I need to get, like, over here. Just like Wile E. Coyote? Yeah! Yeah. It kind of is. Absolutely. Alright. I'm here. So I need to talk to this guy here. And with this guy, I'll be able to unlock the planetologist class.
Watch your step, stranger. Those plants are hard to grow out here, and harder to replace. Now, you don't look like the scrap rats that swarm around the place, and you don't look like one of the crazies from the lab. So what brings you here?
Speed can be a disability if your reflexes can't keep up with said speed. I mean, the thing is, I was trying to turn, but it wouldn't turn fast enough. It was like I was just trying to pull too many G's turning, and I just couldn't do it. I'm looking for signs of the Fremen.
The Fremen? Kynes mentioned them to me in a letter. I was looking forward to meeting them, but by the time I got to Arrakis, they had been wiped out.
Who are you?
Derek Chinara, planetologist, botanist, and political exile, I'm afraid. I've been stuck out here for a while.
Yeah, zoomies in one
I
direction
learned
for
the
sure.
hard way. Never say the wrong thing to someone from Kaitain.
I gather you ran afoul of some bureaucrat. Happens all too often.
Cyprian Io. I loathe that name. Barely a planetologist at all. To think of the legacy of the Kynes in the hands of this fop makes me sick.
Tell me about Kynes.
There are actually two Kynes. The elder, Pardo Kynes, was a legend at the college on Kaitain. His work on the ecological tenets of planetary transformation, magnificent. But the younger Kynes, little is known. It is said that Pardo had a child with a Fremen woman, and the result was a new Kynes. The reason I am here.
You came here looking for Bardo Kynes' child?
Yes. Liet Kynes wrote me a letter
Liet.
asking me to come to Arrakis to help with a terraforming project. With such a famous father, how could I refuse? But before I arrived, Liet Kynes was lost in battle. Without the funds or backing to return to Kaitain, I am forced to work with the new planetologist.
All of the disdain dripping from that word when he said planetologist. It's just the voice acting in this game I am impressed with so far. If nothing else, the graphics are great, but the voice acting, is wonderful. So what are you doing here?
I was given a ground car and an ancient sync chart of the old botanical testing stations. My task is to document their operational status.
How's that working out?
We're standing atop the second station, and I've been stuck here for weeks cultivating plants because I don't dare to continue. That's how it's working out.
This is going to be a dumb question based on what he just said. Is there a botanical testing station nearby?
You're standing on it, or at least above it. His Majesty's Imperial Testing Number 2. Second on my list. As far as I got before I couldn't continue.
Why couldn't you continue?
The place is infested with bandits, who've in turn been infected with something. They attack all who enter, even those of us on official business.
Tell me about these bandits.
Oh, scavengers. The usual type around here, cutting up wreckage from the war to sell. The ones in the lab have gone odd.
Odd how?
I hadn't gone very far into the lab when some of them charged at me, screaming and brandishing knives. They were covered in gore. I ran.
Did they look sick?
There was a glaze to their eyes and a stiffness to their movements, but they looked normal enough. Maybe some form of mass hysteria. I don't know.
I would like to learn from you.
I would gladly teach you, but there is something I must do. Perhaps we can help each other out.
What do you need? I mean, I know exactly what he needs, but let's ask him.
You look like something that stumbled out of a shipwreck. I don't have any way to pay. Unless you're interested in a planetary ecology lesson?
Yeah, I can help you out. We can discuss lessons afterwards. What do you need me to do?
That's easy. Somewhere in the station is a manifest containing a full log of the supplies that were sealed within. Bring me the manifest.
I'll return with the manifest.
Be careful. The people in that lab are odd.
Goodbye. All right. So now I need to get down without killing myself. Need to get down there without killing myself. Let's see. Okay, that wasn't too bad, I guess. Alright. And let's bandage up one more time. And we'll place this beacon, or respawn beacon
This
here.
used to be Fremen territory, but the War of Assassins and the Sardaukar pogrom put an end to that. Now the sector is crawling with scavengers, fighting over the scraps of Imperium technology left in the wake of this so-called noble war. But that's to your advantage, Offworlder. Allow them to do the hard work of gathering the salvage, and then take it from them. Don't hesitate to kill them all. They would do the same to you.
Alright. So let's head on in here and look for that those records for the planetologist. I'm actually going to make a few more darts just in case. I know I pick a bunch up in here, but always good to have a few extras. Alright. Now I can go through here. see. Let's.
Collins has been acting real strange since finding that corpse with the Telexu satchel. I don't trust him. Keep an eye out next time you're out on a salvage run. If he starts acting weird, dart him.
So they opened a Telexu satchel. The Telexus were really interesting people. Scientists. But it was like bioengineering sort of related things. They actually made golems, made people. In the book, one of the main characters, Duncan Idaho, dies, and they bring him back from the dead. I mean, I'm about as low as I want to be. You really want to keep your water at least to a third, because you get a buff to your stamina and things with that. But so the closer you can stay to a third or above, the better. But sometimes that's not always possible.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2. I am the station supervisor, Dr. Ronald Greer. The ultimate mission of these stations is to find or engineer botanical species capable of thriving in the extremely arid conditions of Arrakis. A true challenge, as I'm sure any visitor who has traveled through the barren rocks and sand above will agree.
Yeah, I believe it.
Our first task has been the installation and testing of wind trap units, capable of reclaiming moisture from the atmosphere. I'm pleased to report complete success, both with the installation and functioning of these devices. The thriving vegetation you will find within these halls is a testament to the success of this technology.
Very nice, very nice. So I know there are secret chests around like all over the place, but I don't know where all they are, and I will likely miss a bunch. I'm hitting the wrong button. I kept hitting the button 1, which is putting away and redrawing my knife, instead of hitting Q, which is the voice to get them to come to me. I was wondering why it wasn't working.
I thought I could trust Druce, but I know now that he's part of the plot, eh? I heard the worms out in the desert whispering to him last night, and the bastard whispered back. I did. They're all in league against me. All of them. But they won't get me if I get them first.
Man, everyone's gone paranoid and mad, according to the recordings. Whatever they opened up in the Telexu package really did a number on everyone. Hit the wrong button again. I'm good at hitting the wrong button. Okay, we'll go through there in a second. So I think there's stuff over here.
You leave the next messages for, right? It's for the worms, isn't it? Yeah, the worms. Oh, yeah, your belly, it was full of worms, our big, red, ropey worms. But I let them out, didn't I?
Okay. Yeah, these guys are crazy. Ah, you missed me. You missed me. Now I poke you in the back. Let's see what's in here. A recording.
Don't sleep. That's when they come for you. Go on guards. Don't sleep. They're watching. Find a knife or maybe a hammer. Either would be good, but both is better. Just don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
I'm so paranoid. So all these water.
Weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm inside. So, oh, my ping's really high right now. Okay, it's getting a little bit better. So all these water things right here that I'm drinking from, I didn't see most of them when I played here this afternoon. So I was like really low on water the whole time I was going through this. So this is much better. I mean, my water's doing great, and it was not when I was playing this afternoon. I was really struggling with it, but I'm glad I'm seeing him this time around. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I just heard someone scream. Going too long without sleep will cause paranoia? Yeah, it will.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Beneath the hill where the fox runs lightly, a dappled sun shines brightly. Where the fox runs lightly.
You can't hide from me, little bird. Where are you?
Beneath the hill in the fennel brake. Spy, my love, who cannot wake. Go away. Go away.
There's a little bird. Gotcha.
Oh my. Oh, you know,
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
you know what I wanted to do. I haven't bumped up the graphics. Can I bump the graphics up? Alright, they're pretty much. already all the way up. Okay. Cuckoo beans there? Yeah. Whatever they opened up in that Tylaxu package really screwed these people up. Really screwed these people up. As much as I feel bad for killing these people, honestly, I'm probably doing them a favor. Let's see. So I know there's some guys in there. What I want to get is in there, or for the planetologist is in there. Let's see if I can take out the guys first. So this is the boss guy of this. Oof. Oh. Alright. I just needed to run away so I could heal up a little bit. Alright, now let's go back and fight that guy again. Okay. Come on. Yeah, now we got him. I'll let my stamina get up. Ah, so much blocking him. Ah, come on, block. Oh, come on, block the guy. come on. There we go. Got him. Oof. That was a tough fight. That's kind of a tough one. But I got him. I got him. He almost got me once, but... Oh, alright. Now, let's loot all these poor corpses. Let's heal up one more time and go get the thing I want for the planetologist, then we'll check out that room. Alright, there I've got the thing for the planetologist. Now let's just finish looting everything. Get some more water. And looks like that's sitting here. So let's check out that last room and then head back to the planetologist and become a planetologist. Oh, come on. Move! Come on. Shoot. Come on! Come on. Now we're good. There we go. Oof. Those guys almost got me. Those guys got me a couple of times last time I tried this. I knew they were coming and they still almost got me. Anything to loot from them? I don't think so. Let's just get out of here. Alright. Finish that. What did I didn't loot this. Did I listen to this?
Don't sleep. That's
Yeah.
when they come for you.
That was the
No
don't
guns.
sleep guy.
Don't sleep. They're watching. Find a knife or maybe a hammer. Either would be good, but both is better. Just don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
All right. Wait, there was a room that I didn't check, that I didn't clear. Back where the boss was. Forgot about that. Those three that attacked me distracted me and I forgot to go back and clear that room. Oops. that way. It's through here. Look at all these poor souls. Let's go ahead and loot anything that's in here.
Yeah. So then he comes in here saying, "Hey, boss, what's that weird smell? That weird smell?" Just like that, he does, just like that, yeah. Yeah. And then he says, "What's wrong with the plants in here? They look sick. Maybe we should trim them back." That's what he said. He said that. Those exact words. That's what he said. He said, "Trim them back. Trim them back." Oh yeah. So you know what I did? You know what I did? I trimmed him back. Oh yeah. I trimmed him back real good. Just.
Yeah, Sarah. I think that might just be ambient noise at this point, but I definitely still hear screaming too.
Collins and Omar from Broken Land Trek. 2 Doomans steel suits, full of holes, stained, sun-bleached, junked. 1 Atreides house trooper rucksack, serviceable. Omar will keep. 1 Telexu made satchel with several vials. Opened the vial, but it was empty. Smelled bad. Junked. 3 Thumpers. Fair to poor condition. Selling windsack.
Alright, so I got some things from that I want to check out. So, Emperor's Wing Mark 1. Not sure what that is. It's unique. It's a unique schematic. I'm not sure what it does. What's for. And spice infused copper dust. Truly unique items often rely on spice infused metals. Interesting. Oh, and I've got some parts for the sand bike, apparently. Cool. Hey, Fitbit. Are you gonna come and snuggle, baby boy? Come here. Nope. Okay. I heard that one. You're gonna come up and snuggle. Hey, baby boy. I got Snuggle Fiddle, who's just wants to be in the way, Fiddle. You need to move. Thank you. Hey, good boy. Alright. And here we are back in the beginning.
Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2. I am the station supervisor, Dr.
Okay, so let's get the heck out of here. Might as well get those darts. Now I've got lots of darts. Did I check out down here? I don't think I checked out down here. I didn't. Lots of good stuff. I think. I don't know what all it is that I'm getting, but I see coins. How many coins do I have? How much money do I have? I've got almost 2,000 coins. And apparently my weight is getting pretty high. Okay. Good to know. There is a weight carrying capacity issue. Got it. I kind of figured there would be, but I didn't know for sure until just now. Alright, well, we survived the botanical station. now we gotta go return the records to the planetologist. Try to pick up my respawn beacon. I don't really want it there necessarily. There are rocks falling from above me. Did you see that? Who's up there above me? I mean, it's no one, but... Whoa. How the heck did I do that? How the heck did I do that? I have no idea how I did that. That's the new recipe? No, that's having a suspensor belt. Did I get a suspensor belt? I did. I got a passive suspensor belt. Huh. Okay. I missed that. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I got a suspensor belt. So that will stop me from taking fall damage. So, like, if I let go, well, that wasn't very far. But yeah, I won't take fall damage anymore. Eventually I'll get a suspensor belt that I can control, you know, go up and move around with it. I do not have that yet. Come on, let me say hi to you. There we go.
You've come back. You don't know how rare that is on Arrakis. Have you done as I asked?
I've brought you the manifest.
You have? That's incredible. I thought those crazies down there would keep me stuck here forever. Oh, wonderful. Say what you will about the old empire, but they knew how to keep a record.
I believe you offered to teach me something about the planetary ecology. Yeah, again, I got another achievement, and I had done this afternoon. I didn't get the achievement. I don't know why I wasn't getting achievements this afternoon, and I am now. Whatever.
Yes, of course, I haven't forgotten. Pay attention. Life, all life, is in the service of life. There. Though I must confess, I wasn't expecting such an apt pupil. It was more like you were remembering than learning. Odd.
Alright, goodbye. Alright. So I've done this one, but I need to research binoculars. I need to craft binoculars. I need to adjust my inventory a little bit. Yeah, that'll be good. And I have a bunch of skills that I can get. Three skills I can get. So I can get, let's see, manipulate instability. Once your enemy is stunned. Good night, Lady Exington. And good night, Kyle. Why does your guy look like a cocoon? This guy or that guy? because I am wrapped up in clothes that try to protect me from the sun and the wind and, you know, the desert. Eventually I'll get a still suit. But, yep. Good night, Lady Axington. Good night, Kyle. I hope you all sleep well. Alright, so manipulate instability. Once your enemy is stunned, staggered, or knocked back, you strike invulnerable nerve endings to cause more damage. That's cool. That's cool. That's the additional blade damage. Ability ignore. Force the voice, or use the voice to force your target to ignore you. For a short while, they will act as if you are completely invisible. The voice ability requires a short period for you to register your opponent before they can be used. That's neat too. Need to heat sink? Yeah. Let's see, trauma recovery. You can use your own body to effectively heal catastrophic wounds, improving both the rate at which healing occurs and the amount. That's nice. And sun tolerance. You're able to slow the effect of direct sun exposure on Arrakis by altering minor chemical reactions occurring in the layers of your own skin, thereby reducing the rate of sunstroke buildup. That's cool. I think I might go with this one for now. The ignore. And the sun tolerance. Yeah. All right. So all the way out here is where I need to kill the guy for the trooper class. So let's head that way. I fell in a hole. Hi, Aphid, I see you. You don't get food for an hour. That's nice. That dispenser belt thing is very nice. What's my inventory like? I can try to get a bit more. By dismantling this thing. Gives me some armor plates, which is nice. Go. All right. Let's see. I am speed. Temporarily. Breaker station, huh? So I need to not get found by a spotlight. I do remember hearing about that. Getting caught by spotlights is a bad thing. Alright, we are heading over there. So this is something that I have not done yet. So you get to see something I haven't done yet. Man, it's still way out there. What is this thing? Whatever it is, I don't have access to it. Excuse me. Let's see, can I cut my way in? Nope. I was just thinking the same thing, Sarah, but no, I cannot. It does look like a base. I wonder if this is DDG's base. I wonder if it is. I'm on his server, so that might be. It might be. Canaris. Like that gel for... You know how one thing not all fantasy things address is how the human body will adapt when in space. You'd assume higher radiation tolerance at least. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, it does have crafty looking things. It's probably DDG's base. I'm almost positive that that's what it is. Yeah. I'm sure of it. That's kind of cool. Stumbling across DDG's base. Speed. Looked like a worm just went across there. Yeah, it looks like there's a worm out there. Run, man, run. Get out of the sand. 'Cause the worm is hearing you. There's a frond out there. No, not a frond. He was mistaken. It is a meanie. Alright, I'm almost there. Alright, so what did I get? Ignore. Yeah, there's the worm. Worm just ate something. I wonder if this is it. That's the guy I needed to kill? Yeah, or where I needed to kill the guy.
It's obvious you've had some training, off-worlder, but nothing can truly prepare you for what the desert has in store. Hone your skills and harden yourself to the violence you must do to survive. Remember, Arrakis will sharpen you or kill you.
Is that? Oh, that's. Oh, I have to kill several people in several areas. Okay. So that's the only guy I needed to kill here. I need to keep going.
Without a still tent, you're easy prey to the sandstorms that sweep across the desert. Those storms tear flesh from bone and shred metal like paper. Unless you'd like to share a cave with some scavengers, your best bet is to build your own shelter. Build a construction tool and place out a sub-fief console. You'll be claiming a portion of the planet's surface for your very own, or rather borrowing it from the Emperor. I'm a little hazy on the specifics.
That's funny. Alright, let's find this next guy. Let's heal up a little bit. See how far away. Like on the other side of this, so let's go all the way around. I want to pick up all these fuel cells. I think I'll need a bunch of them, likely. Actually didn't set these up right. Want that there. We can just do that for now. Ooh. Got out of the way of that explosion just in time without knowing it was there. Man. This guy has lots of explosions rigged up everywhere. Oh. I don't really want to kill these people. I want to deal with them. It's the real thing. Alright. Now all the way. Oh, that's a long way to the south. Okay, let's head over here and down this way. What do you have for breakfast, Canaris. What today? There's someone here. Yeah, there is. You would think they would figure that out after all those explosions. Yes, it's the King of Death. It is indeed. I am parched. Hopefully there's some water up here. Hopefully. Hopefully I can find some water. Some water plants. Let's get out of the sun at least for a little bit. I wonder how many more of these people I have to kill for this quest. Ah, 2. No, 1. This is the last one. Okay. Today's breakfast is an odd one. I'll check it out in a second. It's leftovers from last night's rice with pasta. Made with veggies and tomatoes and various other spices. That sounds yummy. You're feeling insanely hungry. So you thought you'd just have dinner for breakfast? Hey, nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's one thing I really just figured out and really truly figured out while in Cambodia is anything's a breakfast food if you have it for breakfast. So yeah, I get it. Alright, let's health regen all the way up, and then we'll head in. Or most of the way up, at least. Ah, oh, crap, it crashed again. I hope I didn't lose too much. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah. That's quite frustrating. What happens when the game crashes? It just goes back to wherever it last saved. It's mostly a continual save, but I think it will like if you log out, it doesn't always send you back to right where you were. It sends you back to like the last like base or save point or safe point. So I think that's what it does. But what happens to the character in game? Oh, I don't know. I assume it does nothing. It's a big MMO, so. Yeah, so send me back to, I guess this checkpoint is closest. I'm like, was like all the way over here. Crap. Fine. That's annoying. I'm probably really low on water too. That's frustrating. Oh, it said I died. Oh, fun. Yeah. Why are these red? They weren't red before. Yeah, I don't have all of my stuff. Yep, me too, Canaris. I'm with you on that. I normally do not like MMO games, but I thought I'd give this a shot because I love Dune. So, I was hoping. I'm 2 kilometers away. And low on water. That's annoying. Alright, well. Let's go. You love Dune 2, but this is the kind of game that is keeping you away from it. Understandable. Understandable. I figured I'd give it a shot at least and hope for the best. Hey, Helga. How are you? Hope you're having a good morning. Run. Get across the sand. I'm doing alright, I guess. A little frustrated because the game crashed and sent me way far away from where I was. And some of my inventory dropped and I lost some of my inventory, so I have to pick that up. It should be there. I don't know if I want to go through that. But the game's crashed twice tonight, which is not wonderful. For being, especially for being a new release, especially after all the early tests and, you know, beta weekends that they've had and everything. It's frustrating. We'll thread the needle between these two bandit camps. That startled me a little bit. Alright, let's get some water from these plants. As much as I can. And we're almost there now. I like that super speed thing I got. That's very nice. Very useful. Especially for things like this. Zooming is always nice. Yes, Scanners, you love your zoomies. You certainly do. That's just a scavenger camp. That's not what I wanted to fight. Let's climb up here. And go up and over. Alright, yeah, see, there's my body with the stuff. Die. All right. Let's get some water and then we'll head in and get the rest of them, hopefully. Okay.
Someone's here. Need to reload.
Got him.
I've got you covered.
All right.
Enemy sighted.
I think they're seeing me through this.
Attack.
Yeah. Got him. Alright. That bandit camp, I believe, is cleared. So let's loot it. Alright, can I drink any water? I can't. So now I need to head all the way back up that way and all the way back over that way. Hopefully eventually there's some sort of like fast travel. That would be nice. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. What is Death Stranding? I have no idea. I have no idea what Death Stranding is. Where do you see Death Stranding? Oh, it's a game. Ah. And I have no idea. I've never heard of it. Oh, I am full of stuff. Okay. Yeah, the music's nice. I do like the music. Yeah, honestly, other than the game crashing a couple of times, I've liked the game so far. I don't have anything else other than that bad to say about it at this point. Where characters... Oh, what is this? Death Stranding. Or Death Stranding. Okay, I misread what you wrote. Where your character is mostly delivering things from one point to another, like a FedEx simulator. Ugh, that sounds no fun. It's a long way across. Might be able to make it across to this one. Music's too loud. Okay. Everyone else said it was good. Give me a second to get to where it's safe from the worms, and I will turn down the game sounds a little bit. Alright. Hopefully that'll be good. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure it can, Riss. I'm sure it has more game than just running things around, delivering things. Alright, what is this? This looks like it's a safe place, hopefully. That people here won't try to kill me. Hopefully. Maybe. Okay, yeah, looks like. Nope.
I see someone.
Nope. Nope, they tried to kill me. Alright, this is gonna be a long run across the sands. And there's a worm right there, so let's let the worm pass. And then let's hope I can make it across. Okay, I think I'm safe from the worm, but not from the ship. So I gotta watch out for the ship now. Safe is a relative term. Yes, it is. Didn't you watch the new Dune movies? Walk into regular patterns. Yeah, I mean, luckily that's one thing that all the movies mentioned. Though none of the movies really did it very well relative to the book. I mean, even those patterns were too regular. Yeah, they didn't do a great job of walking in a way that the worm would not be instantly attracted to it. Honestly. But yeah, we don't do that in this game, apparently. Don't know why. Probably because it would be just too slow. Take too long. Otherwise. I'm running across these sands and it's still taking forever. Could you imagine walking in a slow, uneven pattern across these deserts? That'll take so long to get anywhere. Alright, there's the tower I'm trying to get to. Hey, Silent Links. Bore the heck out of most people because they have no patience. Yeah, absolutely. It would. It would. And even as someone that's fairly patient myself, you know, I agree. You know, let's get on with the game. let's do the game. Let's go. Oh, there's the worm. It's coming. It's coming for me. It's not coming for me anymore. I think this might also be DDG's house. One of his houses. Need to be a doctor to have patients? Well, I am a doctor. So there, Canaris. What do you have to say about that? Let me in, DDG. Let me in. Excuse me. I hope I'm not getting sick after my travels. I was having a little bit of a cough, chest congestion the other day. But doctor, I am a a PhD doctor, not a medical doctor. I have a PhD in molecular genetics and genomics, which is the study of genes and how they impact diseases. I studied in particular, I studied the genetics of type 2 diabetes and diabetic cardiovascular disease. So, yep, that's the kind of doctor I am. I am a knowledge doctor, not a treatment doctor. Can make Jurassic Park? No. Actually, I honestly probably could. If that was possible. I'd have the skills to do what would be necessary for it. I'd need to practice and brush up on it. It's been a long time since I've used my genetic skills. But, yeah. Let's talk to this dude.
Again, like the sour tang of rancid wine.
Your vengeance is complete.
It's over then. Good. Did they deserve to die? Who knows? But the deed is done regardless.
What did they do to you?
They took me to a bar. Got me drunk on spice beer and plied me with samuta. When the battle started, I could barely walk.
Hey, DDG, how you doing? I think I found a couple of your houses. So they were your drinking partners?
Aye. Killing them changes nothing of who I am. But sour wine and sour vengeance are both to my tastes. Now shut your mouth and let me train you.
Alrighty then.
I'd swear you're a fully trained trooper pulling one over on me. I can't figure out the angle on such a scam. Who are you? Nah, I don't want to know.
Goodbye. Alright. So yeah, DDG, I think I found your house right out here. Right down this way. A little ways. I think it's over this way. No, not here. Where was it? Where was it? Oh. Yeah, this one. This one isn't yours? And then I found another one out in the desert somewhere. A little small outpost thing. That I also didn't have access to. So I guess that wasn't yours either. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Well, I found this and a tiny little outpost out in the middle of the desert somewhere. Okay, well, cool, cool. I obviously did not find yours then. This is where I've been. And, what's Breaker Station? I don't remember. I think I went to that, but I do not remember what it is. I obviously haven't gone to all these. Ah, there's your house. So I haven't even gone over in that direction yet. Okay. Okay. Cool. Hey, other DDG raiders. Hello, Bamada. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I need to make myself a little base at this point. You going to bed? Yeah, no worries. I understand. I understand. Thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. Honestly, I probably will be going to bed in a little bit. Gotta get up in 4 hours. Oh, man, what are you doing still awake? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. 4 hours. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I feel parched. Where's some water? All the way back up there. Let's go get a little water. You B-wrapped your stream? But if you'd like, you can jump into your voice. Space doesn't have much. Does have water and some gear that you don't need. I mean, you... Up to... Oh, I need to get out of the sun. Let's get out of the sun. Then we'll get some water. Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind, at least let me get grab some water from your base. That would be awesome. You just started tonight yourself. Wrapped up the that makes a lot more sense. Oh yeah, I'm needing water. There's some water. Is that some water up there? I think that might be water up there. Yeah, there we go. Got a little bit of water here. Oof. That'll hold me over till I get to your house.
Who's that?
Who's that? It's me. That's who. Easier to find at night? Yeah, I'm sure. What I could do, maybe. Let's ping it. There we go. I don't think there's... Yeah, let's run along the stone. Or along the rocks. I don't know if there's much out there other than desert. That seems like a long way to run across the desert. Yeah. Let's run fast. Oh. Worm. All right. Let's do this. Worm friends are nice. No, they're not. Hey, Matt. Not enough hammers? I don't need hammers. Not yet, at least. I jumped into one of the voice channels. Alright, yeah, I'll be there shortly. Just after I avoid these worms. Hi, worm friend. Big scary worm. Alright, let me Jump into a voice. Howdy.
Hey, buddy.
Howdy.
Oh, hey, buddy. Let me use,
A
let me mute that.
little bit echo there.
Let me mute that.
How you doing?
All right. How about you? Man, I've been really enjoying this. There you are.
Yeah. Howdy. Howdy.
And just come over here.
All right. You don't lose everything when the worm gets you? Yeah, I know.
Run around the granite. And then, you know, I got several fields of flowers on the way to the house.
That's nice. Worm not scary, worm misunderstood. True, but worm want to eat me.
And
that's an issue.
There you go. Welcome to my place.
Ah, nice little place.
So I've got you set as having access to everything except for the thief console.
Makes sense.
But other than that, you can use everything in here. This
Fantastic.
right here, this machine.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you get your water from.
Ah. Thank you.
And then if you look in, because looks like you're still in the beginner gear.
Yes.
This chest right here has the gear that I just made to finish a quest. I don't need the gear. I don't like it.
Fair
but
enough.
But it gives you much better armor than what you have starting off.
I
it's one of those,
do not see anything in there.
You don't see anything in there?
Nope.
Wait. What?
It was empty for me.
Oh. Wait,
as in this one.
Yep, sorry.
It's all good. But I think I'm about to craft that anyway, so I think I might...
Well, actually, you won't craft that yet. This gear didn't make any sense as to where it fell into the progress line of the quest line, because you get all the way to where I got to, and then I was just like, okay, make this gear, and I'm going, but that gear sucks.
Fair enough.
Because I like having my still suit. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to trade you a little bit of something for it because I am maxed out in my backpack.
Okay. Well, there's storage here.
So let's see. What do I have lots of? Need some fuel cells.
Believe it or not, I got so many fuel cells that my generator is maxed out now to where it lasts for the next 20 days.
Nice.
Yeah, that's real time.
I've got 110 of those. You need some metal scraps? I'll give you some metal scraps.
I'll take metal scrap.
All right.
Or copper.
I don't have much copper.
Hang on to it, and keep all the granite that you get, because you're gonna need that for building your base.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case.
Oh, okay. So this is an important thing to let you know that it does not tell you in game at all. So you're going through the beginning stuff, and they had you build that respawn beacon, right?
Yeah.
And you put that down. When you build your house, when you build your sub-beef console, which is what I've got sitting here in the middle of this building, make sure when you interact with it, there is a spot on it on the base details to set as respawn location. Otherwise, if you die, you're gonna respawn wherever it is you drop that beacon at.
Makes sense. Good to know.
So, but no, I've taken everybody that has joined the server and given them all access to my base.
Good deal.
y'all are all at the associate level, which is the it's funny how it's got this all set, but
Yeah.
I'm working on trying to figure out how all this stuff works.
Apparently, you can respawn to a vehicle as well. That's cool.
I believe that.
Bamada just mentioned that in the chat. I thought you were
Yeah,
going to bed.
Bamada's got a lot of experience in this. And then I'm hoping to get some of the. I don't know where you find it at, but it gets dark inside this house. So I'm going, okay, how do I get some lighting in here? And so far I have not found lighting.
There's got to be a way.
So it may be something I have to unlock later on.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm need to mine 150 granite. I've got most of it, but
well, there's a big old block of granite. If you go down the path heading back out the door, there's a big old block of granite down there that constantly respawns.
Nice.
This stuff, I've noticed that the respawn mechanic in the game, everything, including the enemies, respawn really quickly.
It's quick. Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
But I thought I'd be nice and give yourself give you a little spot where you can refuel and whatnot until you get your own little base made.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's the next thing I'm gonna do is just set up a little box somewhere, and
well, and I said this during my stream. I went, you know what? Where I built my house at, nobody's ever gonna find this.
No, it's as I said, it's like the opposite direction of everywhere that I went earlier.
Well, not just that, but it's hidden. It's up on a cliff.
Yeah.
It's one of those that if you're running down the sand and everything, you might not even notice the place.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of hidden back up here. It's nice.
But I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice location.
But also, don't get eaten by worms.
Yep. I will try to avoid that as much as possible.
Apparently, you lose everything.
Yep. Yeah, you lose everything if you get eaten by a worm or if you are in the deep desert and die due to the weekly map clearing storm.
Oh, there's a map clearing storm?
Only in the deep desert, and it happens like once a week.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I was curious. I Googled it earlier. I'm like, what happens if you die? But yeah, for the most part, it's not too bad.
Apparently, if you die in a dust storm, then you can go back and reclaim your gear.
Yeah. Those are the weekly deep desert area storm, and the worm are the only things that you lose everything. Everything else you can regather your gear.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really not that bad.
So, but yeah, feel free to make use of my place. I think I had an extra gun in there and whatnot. So, I mean, if there's any gear in those chests, that's all leftover gear.
Good
so
deal.
If it's better than what you got, take it.
Good deal. Thank you. I will certainly take use of that. Or make use of that. Take use of that? Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's the other thing. I did learn this from Pomada when I was streaming earlier. But there's gear, whatnot, that basically you just use it until it breaks. Because I have not found a way to repair anything.
I saw that online that there is a way to repair. At least I thought I saw that there was a way to repair, but I don't know how. I didn't look into it. It just said, you'll get some of your gear back, like after you die, that'll be damaged and you can repair it. That's all it said, so I don't know.
apparently later on you'll unlock a repair station that you can repair your stuff with. But here at the beginning where you and I are at, there's no way to repair gear. So you get yourself a fancy pistol or something like that, just use it till it breaks and then throw it away.
Yeah, Buma says there is, but it's later and does permanent damage. Okay. Good to know.
Okay, so even repairing it, it still takes a hit.
Apparently, yeah.
Well, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd like, 'cause I think I've got everything for it. Let me double check. I think I have. I do. I've got everything you need for this.
For what?
You want a still suit?
Yes, but I'll wait till I get there in progression.
Okay. Yeah,
But
it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to get to it.
yeah. Yeah, as I said though, I think it's getting late here. I mean, I'm surprised you're awake, honestly. But I think I might just build a small little structure real quick and call it a night.
Okay. Yeah. They got your plot of land of where you want to build. And
yeah. I gotta find a place somewhere.
Too bad you can't ping the map.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a couple of spots that I personally went, oh wow, I kind of wish I would have built over there. If you're looking at your map, so you found the trade post.
Yes.
The south end of the trade post, where you got that one little outcropping that comes out just south of it. That looked like a great place to put an initial base because it's pretty centrally located to everything.
Yeah, I was looking at the outcropping, the double hill outcropping just to like the southwest of the trade post.
Yep.
I was just looking at that on the map.
I was looking at the southeast of the trade post.
Oh, that one down there. Okay.
South. Well, not even southeast. It's southeast.
Yeah.
There's that little. I keep calling them islands.
It's basically an island.
But there's that island that's just there, and that looked to me like a great place to build a base. Or if you go just further east off of it, you got that big arch along with the other island next to it, and that looked like another spot that'd be a great place to build because, like I said,
cool.
it has you centrally located to everything.
Yeah.
You know, because when it was time for me to build my base, I was like, okay, I'll build my base. I don't even know where I'm at on the map because it hadn't told me about the map yet.
Makes sense, yeah.
So I'm way over here on the west side of the.
Yeah, you're way on out there.
Have
you unlocked any of the other classes yet?
No, I had the opportunity to. When I was up at the trade post.
Yeah.
I could have unlocked the trooper.
Yep.
But I elected not to. Because I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna try focusing on my Mentat chain. I'm really enjoying it. What class did you go with?
I went with the Bene Gesserit. Because I'm designing this character kind of off of Paul Atreides, who was trained as a Bene Gesserit. He was also, I'm rereading Dune right now, and apparently he was also being trained as a Mentat as well.
He was trained as a Mentat, but then his mother broke all the rules.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna unlock all of them, but I think the ones I'm really gonna focus on mostly are Bene Gesserit, Mentat, and the Swordmaster.
Okay. Yeah, my thing was that I don't know what the level cap is. I don't know what, if we wind up with a limit on skill points, I don't want to do everything low level and then. Oh, did you piss off a worm?
I did. Yep. I made a worm angry. He's fine. He's calm now.
I was gonna show you the handy little thing that I've got. Actually, I want to test this anyways.
Oh, what do you have?
Oh, I have a thing where I'm gonna make these people angry. Come on, get. Aw.
Why are you making people angry? Other than the fact that it's fun.
Other than the fact that it's fun, I mean, it's part of the game, You show up on their front doorstep and they go, "Who's there?" And they immediately start shooting at you.
Yeah.
They don't even give you a chance to answer. So
Yep.
And if they're gonna shoot me, I'm gonna shoot them back.
Of course. Good night, Bomada.
As a Mentat, one of the really cool things I get to do is I can just throw down turrets.
Yeah. Yeah, that is cool.
And they have been very effective for me. Yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying the game, and
I've been enjoying it other than the fact that the game's crashed twice for me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So when I first tried loading it, I had a couple of crashes prior to me, streaming. And then I realized that NVIDIA had a new update that came out in relation to Dune.
Yeah, honestly,
I updated my drivers.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking it's likely due to probably that, but mostly the fact that I'm on Linux, and Linux drivers are different than Windows drivers. And I'm thinking it was probably more Linux issues than game issues. I complained about the game when it happened, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, it's probably that it's Linux is the issue.
Yeah, one of my big issues with the game, though, from what I'm seeing, is that even though it doesn't say it, it feels like this got released as an early access game.
Yeah.
You got the advanced access. Okay, so pay extra money so you can play a week early.
Yeah.
But the game itself feels like, especially since they've got a roadmap and saying, all right, these are things that are coming. It's like, okay, so you released an early access game and you charged beyond full price for a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I was looking at the DLCs on Steam. So the DLCs you could have gotten if you'd done the whole advanced thing.
Mm-hmm.
These DLCs are priced stupid.
Yeah.
Because if you check them, it's like, okay, so I want to have the skin of this particular suit.
Yeah.
$90.
Yep. I got like one of the DLCs, I think, but I didn't get the other one. Because, as I said, it was just stupid how expensive they were.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that I really want, and probably after payday, I will probably grab it. Just because I really want it, and it's not the $100 deal. it's $20 just upgrade my version. But I want the building materials for the house.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I got.
The Caladan build. So you had the House Atreides build.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one I got.
And apparently, as you go further in the game, you get to choose a side. Right? You got to side with Harkonnen, or you got to side with Atreides.
I mean, obviously, since I'm modeling my guy after
Paul
Atreides, I think I might have, and I just had my guy be from Kaladin. I kind of have to side with the Atreides.
Well, and I did the same thing. I went with Kaladin as well. That was it, for me. It was no brainer because you watch the movies, you read the books, read everything, and you're like, Harkonnen.
Forget the Harkonnens, yeah.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Those guys are wordy nerds.
Yeah. Seriously.
I do like the fact that they're doing this whole alternate universe, but it had it at the beginning. It had Paul being the one talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
But it's the older Paul. It's the Paul after he became the Messiah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And and since you're familiar with Dune, that there's going to be aspects of that storyline that are never going to come to fruition in this game.
No, of course not. Completely different story.
So that makes it cool and interesting, and makes it feel like you're not playing through the original story.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm glad they did an alternate timeline, alternate universe version of it. Because as much as I love that story, I mean, and wouldn't mind playing that story. I know that story, and it's a written story, and in order for it to be a game, you have to follow the story, and you're just gonna feel railroaded, and it's not gonna be what you want it to be.
And it never will. Anytime something's based off of games based off of movies, or movies based off of games, either way.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it. Games based off of movies. Games based off of movies suck.
Yep.
Movies based off of games suck.
Yep. Absolutely.
But to see Frank Herbert's creation coming to this level of a media, I think it's just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Canner says that's the approach that Hogwarts Legacy had as well, which works better as a game. Yeah.
It does.
Absolutely.
It does. You're right, Cannerous. So, but, and hello, Kongveal's chat. I know. See, DDG goes and drops a raid, and then he pops in voice with Kongveal.
Everyone said hi to you when you popped in.
Well, I was distracted.
I can't imagine why.
I was trying not to die. Running out of blood to deposit in this thing. Yeah, that's the other thing. Is you turn into a vampire in this game?
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool. Yeah, Sarah, I was trying to find a way to get out of the sun. That's what I was looking for.
See, Cannerous, that was my question that I had when I was wrapping up my stream earlier. I mean, sure that they've got the vehicles. You got the sand bike, you got the ornithopter that you get later on in the game. But I want to be able to ride a sandworm.
Yep, I've said that a couple of times on stream as well. I really hope we can ride a worm. I really hope we do. That was a big part of the movie. And
the movie and the books.
Yeah, the book and the series and everything. It's just learning to and being able to ride the worms and everything was a big deal.
I love the whole thing with his little sister. and you know, not to, in case people decide they want to read the books or anything, you know, so I'm gonna paraphrase, but the whole, you pissed off my brother and he's here.
Yeah. Yep.
Sector weather alert.
Got a sandstorm coming in a minute. That's not good.
Get yourself into some kind of shelter somewhere.
Yeah. Let's see, I might have to steal some.
Find a cave.
Yeah. See if I can find something. Can I steal your cave? Hello, people. I want to steal your cave. Do you have water? I need water too.
Oh, jeez, yeah, you were. Boy, you burnt through all that water already?
I got sunstroke issues.
Well, I reloaded the purifier, so
I've got some water over here, and I can go in the research station.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Can I get the water and get inside?
now the sandstorms seem to be localized. They don't. It's not like a big one that comes across the entire map.
I'm in the sandstorm, and it slows you to. You can't run. You walk and you're walking slow.
Oh, look at that.
Oh man.
That's a bad day.
I may not make it inside in time. No.
Ooh. Boy, you're taking damage fast in that.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh. Yeah, I see the storm's coming through my house too. So I'm staying in my house.
Yeah, definitely do.
Ooh, what is that place?
Where I am?
Yeah.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, but I asked.
It is a ecology research station. It's where you go
okay.
to for the mission to become a planetologist.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the planetologist said that makes it where you do better with
mining
materials and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So so if you want to become a planetologist, come here. The guy to do the training is directly above me, and then you come down here. He's up on the top of the rocks. Then you come down here and go in there.
I only know of one research station on this section of the map. Is that the one that's just to the east of the trade post?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I've got a mission right now to actually go to that location. Because that's also where I'm gonna get the parts I need to make a sand bike.
Yeah, you do get some in there. Yep. Actually, I'm just hoping that
this game doesn't turn into the whole rinse and repeat type of thing. You know, where you feel like, you know, after playing it for say 20 hours, all of a sudden you feel like you're just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so too.
I mean, I was lucky enough that one of my viewers actually donated the game to me.
That is really nice.
Because otherwise it was going to be a month before I was going to be jumping into this. I'd already said, no, funny enough, because Floristic and a few other people were playing, and they were having trouble with the G Portal servers and whatnot. I went ahead and set up my Nitrado server, knowing full well that I planned on, jumping into the game at some point in time.
It's not a shelter without walls and a roof.
But I went ahead and set up the dedicated server so that any of my friends, any of my streamer friends, or anybody that was playing, they'd have a access to a dedicated server that they didn't have to worry about the griefers and the trolls and whatnot in the game, because I'd watched plenty of stuff already where the griefing is real.
So supposedly, from what I've seen, I haven't, from what I've read online at least, and from the videos I've seen talking about it, is there are very limited PvP areas, and all of them are optional.
It's not so much PvP. It's alternate PvP was what I was watching. So basically, your base only has access to whoever you say has access to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is you can have the doors open and somebody can run into your base, or you can, wave them in or whatnot. They run into your base and then you log out. And it leaves them trapped in your base. They have no access to any of the devices in there. They can't leave because the door won't open. And so they die inside your base.
Oh. Well, odd. Can't say I plan to go into anyone else's base other than, yours. Honestly.
Well, because I set mine up for y'all to have access to.
Hey, Mr. Lexio, welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing?
And I'm so glad that you actually joined in on the server, because for me, if I'm going to have a dedicated server for it, I want it to be used.
Yeah.
Don't forget to build a door.
Yep. Got a couple of those.
I do like the way they did the building in this, where it throws out the blueprint first, and then while you've got your build gun in hand, it'll build. A little other thing that I learned, and I'm still tinkering with it, trying to learn all the different little facets of it, but it will build from storage.
Ah, okay. Well, that's good.
But it all has to do with the circuits. It's whether or not you got the circuits set. It's not like you have to do any kind of little weird electronic thing or anything like that. It's just a setting on the boxes and whatnot as to what their input and output circuit is. So what I determined is that you can actually make your base somewhat automated.
That's nice. Mr. Lexio is doing fine, enjoying Dune while watching y'all play it as well. Well, cool. Well, thanks for stopping by. How are you enjoying the game? I hope you are enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so far. But Mr. Lexio says, later on, as you progress, you can unlock different styles of building if you press R and click on the fancy sigils or whatever. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some more build things, styles.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to the additional build styles. Oh, something that I determined from the little bit of playthrough that I did today. That I played for, I think I played for about 6 hours. Once you get that blood purifier and your still suit going, the still suit does slowly start to stockpile water, but you really want to look at it as an emergency resource and not as a, oh, I'm low on water, let me just drink a little bit out of my suit. You know, you want to have that as your emergency reserve.
Okay, makes sense.
Well, that and your so did you, when, because you and I both played tons of survival games.
Yeah.
And so they had the option for whether or not you want to do the progression via the story, or if the tree was just going to be completely unlocked and you could just spend points on it.
Yeah, no, I had it be locked. I wanted to unlock it as I went.
Okay.
I figured I'd do that for the first playthrough at least, and as I go through, and then if I do it again or something, as I know more of what I'm doing.
Yeah, I did the same. I did the same thing. Just because I know me. Be going, okay, what else in this tree? What can I unlock? What can I do? Let me go ahead and unlock all these things.
Yeah, for sure.
It's that sounds useful. That sounds like a thing that I need to have. Rather than kind of going through that progression.
Mm-hmm.
Although, like I said earlier about like the armor you're wearing right now, some of the stuff that you get, you're left wondering, going, why did this unlock now?
Yeah, makes sense. Mr. Lexio says he also went locked. Just sort of explored the map before actually started doing stuff so he could know where to go and where he shouldn't. Of course, dying meant I shouldn't go there.
Well, that's a good judgment call.
That is truer things have not been spoken. All right, I need more granite. Where's more granite? Granite.
Wait, you ran out of granite?
Yeah, I haven't done too much gathering of stuff.
I got you. Yeah, when I first started, the first thing I did was just every spot and location that had a granite node or anything, I just gathered the crap out of it. Out of just instinct of having played survival games, going, well, I guess this is going to be a thing I'm going to need.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did that to a point as well, but I actually mostly filled up on like the metal scraps.
Okay.
I got a lot more of those than the granite. But luckily there's some granite things around here. Granite nodes.
Yeah, granite's not hard to come past.
Yeah. And I've even got a couple of copper nodes here as well, which is nice.
Now, I will say this about the islands. I'm a little concerned about them. Because they should be pretty solid rock, and should go all the way to bedrock, right? However, I've seen the sandworms actually go under them, which means that the underside of these islands is not stable.
Yeah, somehow I have a feeling that's not actually what that means.
Well, I mean, literally, you'll watch the little dust cloud go through the island as they go from one
Yeah.
side to the other. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Game mechanics do not always translate to real life physics.
It left me going, maybe I shouldn't be building on this island.
Are there more granite nodes around here? That would be nice.
Now, Grant, I also know they'll never take it to the point of Dune Messiah when Paul Atreides actually makes Arrakis turn green.
Yeah.
That was always a question of mine. You know, once he did that, rain started falling. Now you had full atmosphere. What happened to the worms?
So I don't think I've read that section. If I have, it's been a while. I may have, but I can't remember. But I do know what happened. So not all of Arrakis turned into the Paradise the Green area. There was still some area that was left as desert. So that there were still some worms and some spice production.
Okay. But I bet that made some freaky plants and everything growing in the green area because of the spice.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, there had to be some spice production because, you know, the Empire still relied on the spice. So they had to have that.
They only had to have it for their
for
interstellar travel.
Yeah, which is, I mean, if that breaks down, the Empire breaks down completely. I mean, there's no trade, there's nothing if there's not interstellar travel in the Empire.
Sadly, I think Paul was okay with that.
Paul would have been, but once Leto became emperor, probably not. I mean, especially with the way he expanded the Empire so much.
True.
And his, what was it, like 3,000 years or whatever that he was emperor.
Yeah, and you have to wonder about how they, other than the spice, because the spice is what, gave them the extended longevity as well.
Yeah. Well, especially with Paul, not with Paul, with Leto, I mean, he turned into a worm.
Right. I mean, eventually you turn into Shahaloud, which is an interesting translation when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you die, you get married, and you, go through worms.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Alexius, just saying, sandworms tend to tease you if they feel like it. Yeah, that's why I was like standing right on the edge of some desert, and a worm came up like right at me and then dove down right in front of me. I knew I was safe where I was, but it was still a little freaky there for a second.
I just saw one of the ships that's up in the sky. See how it has its little spotlight shining on the ground?
Yep.
Do not go in that spotlight.
I've read that and I've avoided it, luckily.
Mr.
Lexi says that the sandworms can actually smile at you. That's cool.
Well, if you think about the storyline, you're a prisoner. You're an escaped prisoner.
Yeah.
Those ships are hunting for you.
Yep.
So if the spotlight lands on you, they drop a reclamation squad on top of you.
I figured it would be bad. I wasn't sure exactly what was gonna happen, but that makes sense.
So I keep seeing, I'm looking at the permission stuff and I'm trying to figure out how it all works, but there's associate, there's co-owner. Whoa. What the heck was that?
I don't know. Sound like an explosion or something.
Yeah, it just hit just outside of my house.
Sound like a hit over here. Interesting.
I saw the dust from the sand outside of my house
Ah.
before it hit. But it's like it's the whole permissions thing. Yeah, so you got 5 different type of accessibilities. You have public as the lowest access level. Then you have guild. Then you have associate. Then you have co-owner, and then you have owner. So you can actually set your different stations and devices and whatnot as to what its access level is set at, to what, who can access it. So I've got everybody on the server set as associates for me, and then I set my base to associate level, except for the actual deep console, so that people can't alter the settings I set on the base.
Makes sense. So Mr. Lexio says the ships are actually really scary early game. Those guys hurt more than hitting your shin on the corner of your bed. And we're playing on a private server. On his server, on DDG's server. Which, Mr. Lexio, if you are not subscribed to DDG, you should head over to his channel and subscribe there. He's an awesome content creator and a great guy all around. So, yeah, definitely do that.
Which reminds me, I'm also going to be, I should be doing it tomorrow when I've got a window of time available. I'm going to be adding some extra channels to my Discord. Because since I hit the membership stuff and got it all done, and got it tied, got my YouTube tied into my Discord, I can actually set channels that are only accessible by members, and I'm gonna put in a Dune channel, which is going to have the details for being able to join the server.
Ah, nice.
Because that's one of the big things I'm doing with my memberships.
Comes with an automatic
got 2 different tiers, and the second tier gives you access to DDG's dedicated servers.
Oh, I think I've got the wrong.
Don't build on open sand.
I think I've still got your old link.
Oh well, I mean,
You've done well licking flowers and sucking
that
sap,
one,
but you need a consistent source of water.
That's right.
And the
that's
best
right. I did.
Source out here is blood.
I did change
Extract
it, didn't I?
it, store it, refine it, and drink it.
Yeah, I think you did.
If you're really desperate, and don't mind throwing up.
I got rid of the numbers at the end of it because I actually managed to claim the actual, YouTube at Drunken Dragon Gaming.
Yeah.
Without needing the numbers.
Well, there's the actual one. That should be better.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Now, Grant, you guys will also notice that I have specific content creators that they get special permissions because they're just good buddies of mine, like Kongveal, where I'm going, you don't need to have a membership. You're just in.
Oh, that's nice of you.
And the server's set up to be able to have 20 people on it at any point in time.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal.
Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Base management. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I need to research sanguination.
I really need to go find the Mentat trainer. Oh, and I just got a subscribe. Oh, I got a subscription from Helga Blue.
Ah, Helga subscribed too. Nice. Helga's awesome too. She's a great content creator as well.
Oh, awesome.
She does a lot of Valheim stuff.
Okay.
I will do her link there in my chat. So check that out as well. She's awesome.
I will. I will have to make sure to add a thing for her. That way, she shows up in chat. I can give her a shout out.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, we are spending a skill point on that right now. I like rifles.
But I think I now have a little base, not fancy, but it's got 4 walls, 2 doors, and a roof. It's kind of a pain in the butt because I have to jump to get inside, so I don't like that. But this is just a temporary home for now. But I think it is about bedtime for me.
All right, buddy. Hey, thanks for
Unfortunately.
letting me jump in voice with you.
Yeah, and thanks for letting me jump into your server with you. And,
Absolutely, buddy.
And thank all of you watching, whether you watched live or whether you're watching later on the VOD. Appreciate you being here. Again, head over to all those other awesome content creators that we've talked about. And make sure to give them the likes, subscribes, love, all that good stuff. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, however much of it is left. And I'll catch you all next time. Take care, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.